According to a report by CNN published on March 2, 2026, Ali Larijani, head of Iran's Supreme National Security Council and a former senior advisor to Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, declared that there would be no negotiations with the United States, only retaliation. Larijani, now considered one of the most powerful figures in Iran following the death of Khamenei, made this statement in response to Western media reports claiming that Iran had attempted to contact the United States through intermediaries to reopen negotiations. He firmly denied those claims, stating that Iran's revolutionary forces did not initiate aggression and therefore had no reason to negotiate with their enemies. In his remarks on March 2, 2026, Larijani sharply criticized Donald Trump, accusing him of plunging the entire Middle East into chaos. He stated that American troops were being killed gradually, while U.S. military assets were suffering heavy damage due to repeated Iranian missile strikes. Larijani further argued that the United States, which claims to be the world's leading superpower, has fallen into what he described as Israel's strategic trap. While the U.S. once promoted the slogan "America First," he claimed the reality has become Israel First, with Washington sacrificing its soldiers and military resources to serve Israel's ambitions. However, both the United States and Israel dismissed Larijani's remarks as divisive rhetoric intended to weaken the U.S.-Israel alliance. Israeli leaders have stated that they spent several months preparing plans to strike Iran, while Iranian leaders previously confirmed they had stockpiled large quantities of weapons for a prolonged war. As a result, Larijani emphasized that there would be no negotiations. As long as the United States and Israel continue their attacks, Iran will continue to retaliate. As of March 2, 2026, U.S. and Israeli attacks on Iran had entered their third day, with the intensity of strikes continuing to escalate. As the conflict drags on, other actors appear increasingly likely to become involved, raising fears of a wider regional war. At the same time, Israel is fighting on two fronts, launching strikes against Iran while also engaging Hezbollah inside Lebanon. Unofficial reports claim that Israeli airstrikes on Beirut on March 2, 2026, killed several senior Hezbollah leaders, including its chief of staff, Naim Qassem. President Trump also announced that joint U.S.-Israeli military operations over the past 3 days had killed at least 48 senior Iranian officials. On the U.S. side, in addition to damage at American military bases across the Middle East, including Qatar, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Oman, and Bahrain, 3 U.S. soldiers were killed and 5 wounded as of March 2nd. Israel has not yet released official casualty figures. Following the assassination of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, on February 28, 2026, Iran has been governed by a 3-member interim leadership council. Its members include President Masoud Pezeshkian, the head of the judiciary, and newly appointed cleric Ayatollah Alireza Arafi. However, unconfirmed reports claim that Arafi was also killed in U.S. strikes on March 2nd, just 1 day after his appointment. This aligns with earlier statements by Reza Pahlavi, who claimed that Iran's succession process is illegitimate and that any successors would not survive long. Reza Pahlavi, an Iranian political activist living in the United States, is the eldest son of Iran's last monarch, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, who was overthrown during the 1979 Iranian Revolution. According to multiple reports, Israel and the United States aim to overthrow Iran's current leadership, which they describe as authoritarian, and replace it with a new system led by Reza Pahlavi. Turning back to Lebanon, the Times of Israel reported on March 2, 2026, that Israeli forces launched strikes in the Dahieh district of southern Beirut, as well as in southern Lebanon. These operations reportedly killed at least 31 people and injured 149 others. Israel stated that the strikes were retaliatory, following Hezbollah drone and rocket attacks on Israeli territory after Khamenei's death. The Israel-Hezbollah conflict in Lebanon continues to worsen. Israeli authorities ordered evacuations from more than 50 villages, including areas in the Bekaa Valley, signaling expectations of further Hezbollah attacks and harsher Israeli retaliation. Hezbollah, backed by Iran, is considered one of the most powerful militant groups in the Middle East. The group claims it maintains a large weapons stockpile to prevent Israeli territorial expansion into Lebanon. Hezbollah has previously stated that in just 3 months of 2025, Israel violated Lebanese sovereignty more than 2,000 times. Meanwhile, in the United Arab Emirates, the city once known as a paradise, Dubai, has fallen eerily silent since the war began. This does not mean the city is destroyed, but rather that its normally bustling life has vanished as residents avoid travel due to fears of Iranian missile strikes. U.S. military bases in the UAE and the complete closure of national airspace have contributed to the shutdown. The conflict has severely impacted not only oil markets, but also global aviation. Thousands of international flights connecting Asia and Europe have been canceled due to airspace closures and security risks. As of March 2, 2026, no timeline for resumption has been announced, leaving tens of thousands of passengers stranded in locations such as Bali, Kathmandu, Frankfurt, and Ho Chi Minh City. Iran has not only targeted U.S. military bases with missiles, but has also threatened major regional airports, including Dubai International Airport, Abu Dhabi, and airports in Kuwait. Data from Flight Radar 24 shows that on March 1st and 2nd, 2026, there were no flights passing through the airspace of Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Israel, Bahrain, the UAE, or Qatar. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again in the next video.